Here's a leg workout that I did. I'm 175 centimeters and 83 kilos, and I started off with high bar back squats, and I did 180 kilos for 5 reps, and yeah, it moved well. And then for the back down sets, I did 3 sets of 5 reps with 170 kilos. So very similar to what I did last week. You'll realize that working out is quite monotonous, it's very repetitive, but you have to sort of do the same things to get better at, the same exercises. But I gradually try and increase either the reps or the weights. So last week I did a top set of 4 reps, and this week I'm doing 5 reps. And for the back down sets last week I did 4 by 4, and this week I've done 3 sets of 5 reps. Next time, it depends how I feel. I go a lot based off how I feel. So if I feel strong, then maybe I'll increase the weight to either 182.5 kilos or 185 kilos and go from there. Or I'll do 190 and just do like a few sets of doubles or something like that. If I increase the weight, then I reduce the reps, or if I increase the reps, then I reduce the weight, and sort of just play about like that and just slowly build up as time goes on. I know a lot of people struggle with motivation, but I think the most important thing is having a goal or a destination or something to work towards, because if you don't, then you're just sort of aimlessly working out and you're not really going to get anywhere. Arnold Schwarzenegger put it really well. He said you can have the best ship or the best plane, but if you have no end destination, nowhere you're heading towards, then you'll just float about anywhere, sort of like a plastic bag, kind of like that Katy Perry song. But you need a destination and you need a vision. You need to visualize yourself as the person that you want to be, or with the physique that you want, or the strength goal that you want. For example, when I was 15, 16 years old, skin and bones, I would look in the mirror and I would literally visualize the physique that I have today. And I've spent so many hours in the gym thus far that it doesn't really make sense for me to sort of let off the pedal. But I've tried to approach things with a more balanced view, instead of going so far into trying to get as strong as possible and gaining loads of fat, or the opposite and trying to go super lean but then losing loads of strength. But yeah, I just try and be a bit more balanced and just remember how far I've come, and that sort of pushes me and motivates me to continue. And I just remind myself to enjoy things, because every rep, every workout that I do benefits me and only me. So that's why I don't understand why I wouldn't put my maximum effort into every rep, into every workout, because I want serious results. So I have to put in serious work, serious dedication to get the serious results. I want to look in the mirror, see my reflection and be happy and proud. Wow, that's what I look like. That's crazy. I did that. No one else did it for me. It was all me. And they say pride's a sin, but I don't think pride's a sin. I think pride is what you gain. It's what you earn when you've put the work in. And that's sort of where I think a lot of self-esteem comes from. When you set yourself challenges and you meet and exceed those challenges to prove that you can sort of push past your limits, or you are that guy sort of thing. And that builds self-belief, that builds self-esteem, self-confidence with who you are in your own skin. And don't get worried about what other people are doing. And I wouldn't compare myself to other people. I think it's best to just focus on yourself and to compare yourself to your previous versions, because other people have different lives, they have different genetics, different bodies, different metabolisms and so on. So it doesn't make sense for you to compare yourself to someone completely different. The best thing to do, in my opinion, is to compare yourself to yourself and just try and be a bit more balanced overall, not just in the gym, but in life in general. And to be honest, that's something I need to work on. I don't really stretch, which is something I really need to do. I'm not very flexible. I'd love to do the splits. So yeah, I think I need to apply my own advice. But anyway, here's RDLs. I did, 3 sets of 8 reps with 180 kilos. And then after this, I did, from memory, I think I did single leg extensions. And then I did standing calf raise on the Smith machine. And I sort of put a plate on, do 20 reps, put a plate on, do 20 reps, until I can't do any more. And then I'll take a plate off, do 10 reps, take a plate off, do 10 reps, just to try and get as much volume as I can. And the stronger I get and the heavier the weights that I use, the more I need to recover, because most people think that the stronger you get, the more weights you need to lift, for example. But I think it's the opposite. It's the sort of more you need to recover. Especially if you're natural. If you're taking steroids, then yeah, that doesn't apply. But obviously if you're natural, you sort of have to prioritise recovery just as much, if not more, than lifting the weights and the workouts, because you only grow when you sleep and you eat and you recover properly. Like, you don't grow in the gym. So yeah, that's probably something I've struggled with and something I need to prioritise more. But it's just so easy to, want to push and do more and more and more, because I feel like if I don't do enough, then I'm lagging behind. I could have made more progress, but I think sometimes it's the opposite. When I end up doing too much, then it actually slows my progress down. So that's something I need to work on. But yeah, some self-criticism watching these RDLs. I probably shouldn't bend my knees as much, just to engage the hamstrings a bit more. But yeah, hope you enjoyed watching, and thanks very much.